All right, and now we are here with our next person to talk to today, and it is Coda. How you doing today, brother?
Doing absolutely phenomenal. Is what you thought I'd say. I hate this Star Rail community. They suck. All of you watching the video, you are terrible.
All right, there we go. That I'm gonna take out that clip and put it at the start of this video as like the lead in, just like and these creators all have mixed thoughts about the community. Cuts to you. I hate you. I hope you die. Like
that is tough. No, that's fire, bro. That is fire.
I actually really want to do that now. That would be really funny. I don't have like exact questions and all that because it's really just like a talk more than an interview or something like that. But
yeah.
You know, let's start it off with the simple thing of just like, how'd you get into creation? Like, what has that journey kind of looked like for you?
You know, this actually isn't my first ever interview talking about something like this. A very, very long time ago, when I was at I think 5K, I got interviewed by Kaneki. Weirdly enough.
Really?
Yeah, because he was doing something for 1K maybe. I honestly forgot. It's been a pretty long time.
Yeah.
But he asked me the exact same question, and I don't remember exactly what I said. So I'm interested to see if I might go back to it after this and just see if my answer is different, different from each other. But I started from making montages. I mean, you know, saying we you and me, we played Valorant one time. You know, I dropped 50 on your head.
And not on my head, with my head.
yes. Okay. Yep. I dropped 50. You know, say I carried y'all.
You really did.
That's because I played Fortnite. I mean, I played a lot of FPS games. And in school, I would. Oh, man, do I really? Wait, do I gotta start all the way back there? Or do it's gonna be kind of long.
Hey man. It's however much you need to tell your tale. It's however much you need to tell your tale.
Okay. Okay. I'll kind of summarize then. I guess okay, maybe say the question one more time so I could decide what to filter in and filter out real quick. Cause I think I might need that.
It's really just how did you get into content creation? How'd you get into it? And then how has that experience been for you for the most part? Overall. We can talk about the negative aspects later.
Okay. Okay. This is actually a really nice talk.
Yeah.
My general first love for content creation, for anything you're saying, even before Star Rail, before anything gacha related, started with Fortnite montages, anything montage related, timing a kill shot to a beat. I really loved doing that. In middle school, I was often made fun of because of how bad my montages were. I used to use this one app called InShot. It's, let's just say, editing on your phone and using it to corny songs back in the day, anime songs. Back in the day, okay, keep this in mind. Anime songs, montage, YouTube. I was treated as a cornball, bro. I made a Fortnite clan called Acidic, and man, I'm really dropping lore. Hold on.
This is actually intense lore. I'm loving this.
This is crazy. And Acidic, literally no one joined it. I was in middle school. I was pretty much the one guy that was that really didn't have anybody that was I was super close. I was the guy that knew every single type of friend group. I wasn't just somewhere in I stayed with people. But anyway, we're gonna skip past the middle school because I mean, you know, and that was something. But next couple years, I still did Fortnite stuff, played on Xbox for a long time until I finally got my PC. Okay, and I was telling myself, this is it. I'm gonna go pro in Fortnite. I'm gonna give myself some earnings. I'm gonna be him. And you know, as someone that, unfortunately, I hate saying this about myself, but I did not have what it takes to do any of that. So I decided to fully prioritize making just cool videos. And so I got better at editing. I taught myself how to use Filmora. Oh man, this is starting from so long, bro. I'm so sorry, bro. Okay. I don't even know. I don't even remember like how well this like corresponds to the question you asked. But we'll get there. We will get there. So I taught myself to use Filmora. I kept getting better and better at editing, and then I switched over to Valorant because Fortnite. I mean, you know, man, Fortnite. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Fortnite. You know, hey, if you watch it, you know Fortnite. You know what I'm saying? You know. So I switched over to Valorant with a good friend of mine. His name, we'll call him LeBron. Okay. And he refers to himself as LeBron, Afro, whatever you guys ever want to call him. I don't know. You guys probably never hear about him again, actually, but he is pretty much one of my best friends. Even today, me and him would hop in call, and we would talk about life. We would be like, you know, like where do we see ourselves in blah 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 years. And I think that is a very important question that you as a person should ask yourself. Okay, viewer, I'm talking to you. All right, you should always have a talk with yourself about where you want to be. Set goals, because goals correspond to where you are, where you want to be. Goals mean progress, and progress means accomplishments that you can be proud of, and that gains you confidence. Okay, gang? Yeah, I did not ever see myself giving somebody else like advice, but like, man, it's a new age, bro. I guess new age, bro. But long story short, I peaked pretty high in Valorant. I got a lot better. But Valorant was again one of the games where it was oversaturated. Simply put, there was a lot of montages, a lot of people trying to do the exact same thing. So I took to Twitter, and I tried joining like teams there. But even then, it was still oversaturated. A lot of people who were just better than me, higher ranked than me, funnier than me. It was pretty much just the same thing. So instead, a game that I would always play, even during Fortnite, was Star Rail. This game, well, I guess not exactly Star Rail, but Genshin Impact. I played that game a lot, and I quit it because my account is literally the worst thing ever. I spent no money. I had like my favorite character was Diluc, so I got him to like S2, I think. He sucked, by the way. Literally the unironic worst character in the entire game to pick.
Yeah, he's not good, by the way. I was thinking about that, but I just wasn't gonna say anything.
Yeah, like he literally sucks. So long time goes by. This one character drops in Genshin called Shenhe. Shenhe, you know, whatever you want to call her.
Okay.
And I was like, bro, I'm going back into Genshin, gang. I'm playing this game every day. And I told myself, if I don't get this character, I'm quitting Genshin. And, you know, the entire banner, I'm playing the story. I did everything I could. I did not get that character. I didn't get enough pulls. And I was, you know, as I didn't have any money, I had nothing. I was not going to spend. I mean, even if I did want to spend, I would have to ask someone around me to give me funds for that, which, of course, I would never do that. And I think that's another thing that I kind of want to talk about is, like, I feel like for me, I don't know if it's, like, similar for you or anything like that, but I grew up, I'm broke, bro. I grew up, bro. I ain't got nothing, bro. Okay. Literally nothing.
Oh, please feel free to keep cooking. I do understand. I do, in fact, understand.
Yeah, literally nothing, bro. It's, you know, growing up, you know, you see people around you being like, oh, yeah, nah, we're doing this for, like, certain days, you know, having, like, a vacation or something. Like, that never happened to me yet. Like, so I think one of my goals with even starting content was, for one, of course, I loved it, right? But two, money, obviously. I really want to say that I was in it for the money. And I hate to say this, guys. I still am, okay? Providing for people around me is cool.
Real.
I really like it.
Real.
It is really, really cool. And I appreciate you guys for even, you know, giving me the time, watching my stuff, you know, helping me out, because you guys help a lot of people around me too. But anyway, God, this story is so all over the place, bro. I'm so sorry, Chris. Like,
no, it's so fine. This is like exactly what I signed up for today.
Okay.
This is word for word like what I've signed up for today. I'm so happy with this.
Okay, that's perfect. So after a long time, keep in mind, I probably started making content when I was in like maybe 4th grade in middle school, maybe 3rd. I don't remember. It was somewhere around there, because I was playing Fortnite and stuff like that. It's whatever. Well, Fortnite probably didn't release until I was in like 6th or 7th, but it doesn't matter. I was doing this for a very, very long time until like maybe last year ago. And that was when, you know, I was really sad, right? I would often call people I knew in middle school, and they were like, end of high school, they were like, yeah, no, I'm gonna get my bachelor's and like what up, yada yada, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I would sit there and I'd be like, man, literally nothing I'm doing is working. Like everybody around me is doing this. Even like the LeBron guy I was telling you guys about. You know, we would sit and call sometimes, and he'd be like, man, I don't know if this is it for you, man. I don't know if this is it. Well, I shouldn't say that, because LeBron was someone that was like, you can do it. You just got, like, we would always strategize. He would tell me all this shit all the time. And one day, we were talking, and after a Valorant session, I was like, you know what? He was like, you should make a Star Rail video. Like, we were watching the Gacha Cast. You guys probably know what that is. LeBron, in a state of fright, told me, if you started this, you could probably get there. And I was, you know, me, after like 6 or 7 years of doing content, having made nothing, by the way, not a penny, nothing. Yeah. Never monetized on a channel. I've literally nothing. No progress to show for anything. I was like, you know what? Sure. I will give one Star Rail video a try. And that video got like 1,000 views or something. And I was like, oh my goodness gracious. And this is kind of where my love for Star Rail kind of started. Because the comments I received on that video, where they had to be the greatest like gifts I could have ever received at that point in time. Mm-hmm. Like the encouragement in everything I felt from the community was insane. I'm not gonna read any out, but if you guys want to go to my very first ever video, you guys can go there and you guys can look at that. But the comments from then versus now, they are so different. Lately with Star Rail, after doing it for like a year, you kind of lose yourself when it comes to like making quality content. Yeah. I don't know how you feel about that, Chris. Like, Star Rail is a game where it's so community and content driven that there's no room for a unique idea that can fit into place and someone be like, oh, nah, that's a banger, right? It's mostly just Siren releases, Siren pulls, 3-point blah, blah, blah story. Star Rail is a game that thrives on community. So if the community is mad, your content will have mad people. Like, yep. It really sucks, but I understand it to a point. Okay, guys? Now, listen, that's not me. All right, justifying you dickheads in the comments going, yada, 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 I bet you support Siren. No! I don't care, man. I don't. I do not care. Nada. Don't care. I don't know shit about Siren, bro. You know what? Today, I was scrolling through Twitter. I got spoiled on, like, 4.0. How is that possible? How am I getting like leaked on 4.0 content? I don't even like. Long story short, LeBron encouraged me to keep going, and you know, I kind of made it, you know. But I feel like in the process, I've kind of lost myself when it comes to making the quality videos I wanted to make. Yeah. So you know, that's something I'm working on now. Like my stream today was 15 minutes long, bro. I'm
okay, well, we don't talk about that. Bad time maintenance. Bad time maintenance. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
Bad time maintenance. Yep.
So somebody's gonna be watching this video and it's like, so that's when they recorded it. Like, all right, fuck off, nerd. Anyway.
Oh wait, no, you just exposed yourself, guys. He recorded with Kevin literally like 2 hours ago.
No, shush. No. Nobody saw anything. Nobody heard anything. Kevin, Kyle, I don't know, Patricia, watching in the comments. Don't say a word. All right, anyway.
Patricia?
I knew a few Patricias. Honestly, I feel like that kind of leads us perfectly into the next little part of this. It's mainly about, I feel like, kind of the negativity that you have experienced while you've been doing this. Because we just had this talk now where you've been doing this for a while now, and now it's been, you know, burning you out a little bit. You're getting to the point where you're just a lot more tired of it in a lot of aspects. And on top of that, especially the community has felt like the worst it's ever been. That's part of the talk that I had with Kevin, is he made that post on Twitter that was basically like, what game is this? It was like a quote tweet of that, like, what game is this? And it's just casuals just trying to have fun, sweaty comp players, and it's like the shooting daggers at them.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yep.
I do remember that post.
And he quoted it saying, Honkai Star Rail is a gacha game with absolutely zero PvP elements, and people will still hate you if you can't zero cycle.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's been a lot of us, I would say probably Nim the least, but a lot of us who are a bit smaller, and also including Kevin, we are very much in a realm of video where it is oriented with the meta in mind and like trying to do good things in the game. And as a result of that, that attracts that certain type of crowd that is very hateful if you are not perfect at the game like they are. So I just kind of want to, just overall, how have you been feeling about all of that, like the community, like trying to find more ways to keep your videos up and interesting for you personally, all that good stuff?
It's interesting. For me recently, to try and find that spark of creativity I was talking about earlier, I wanted to try making a series called Perfected. Okay,
yes.
I know you know about it a little bit, but I want to try a zero cycle or get the perfect score across every single game mode. And the comments on that video have to be like, they just suck, man. They really do just suck. Like, with Perfected, right, in my style of content, because generally I am a bad player, so the comments I get, they are wicked. They are devious, okay? Sometimes I'll review like an E6 character, and I will be made fun of for not being able to zero cycle them. I mean, I guess say that's a skill issue on my part. I ain't gonna lie, that's 100% a skill issue on my part. But
it's not even a skill issue. Sometimes I just want to say real quick, my friend had a full E6 doctor ratio team. It barely zero cycled.
Yes, that is true.
Every character was E6, and there was an S5 Robin cone. And it barely zero cycled. I just want to say that real quick.
Relics with bro running?
Good ones. Anyway, all right, continue.
Star Rail, as a company, they are hating on us, bro.
Like,
they are forging our experience. Like, Star Rail as a community, right? As a company.
Yeah.
They sit at the top reins, okay, and do absolutely jack shit to help out anything, okay? I hate to say it. Star Rail, Star Rail, I love you guys. You know what I'm saying? I think you guys make some cool stuff, right? We ain't got no events. We ain't got no 4 stars. We are shilling characters in endgame. Guys, on E-Core, we need E6 characters. You guys really aren't helping us, like, play the game. Like, I'm trying to zero cycle, and we are adding bosses where if I don't have Fine on, I'm cooked. Don't have high ceilings, I'm cooked. Don't have E1 S1 Robin, I'm cooked. Don't got something, man. You're fried chicken, buddy. You're done. You're done. And then there's always an elitist, okay? Let's say you make a character, an E6 character video, okay? There's always that one motherfucker in the comments that's like,
I've been playing Ratio since 1922, and at this point, this timestamp right here, you made a mistake by pressing left click with your pinky finger instead of your pointer.
Like, fuck off! Let me play the game, man!
This sums up the backseating experience so well.
And I feel like for me personally, I feel like I'm definitely kind of on the freer side of, I guess I shouldn't say backseat, because I feel like I get backseat a lot more because I allow it.
Yeah.
But I don't exactly like listen to it or really care that much. I've kind of like gotten to a point where I filter out a lot of negativity in my comments. Like, I think my Discord helps a lot with this.
Yeah.
But there's definitely a community of people on my Discord that were like, something goes wrong, something happens, they know, there's like a core amount of people that are interested in what I do. And I think keeping those people in mind while I make content and trying to gauge their interest on my content, I think that's kind of like how I move forward. Not really thinking about the broader scope of content, because I mean, let's just face it, Star Rail as a community, if I were to make a video about guys, if I were to try to upload my zero cycle footage right now,
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I would be executed. y'all would not let me live. I would be done.
Oh my god.
I would physically be executed, bro. Like, Chris, you know this, but you know, I haven't like reached out to anybody. I've sat in my room for 1 terabyte worth of footage and have just thought by myself, which I think is interesting, but content-wise, you know, it's kind of bad. Man, I'm going so off topic.
You are a brave man for that, by the way. I could not keep up that level. Like, that's so much to try and do all on your own.
That mostly goes back to, like, first ever endgame clear video.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there was a lot of people who, like, related to that.
Yeah.
Like, I made that video because I thought it would be such a cool idea if I actually, like, cleared endgame, but I, like, considered myself a good Star Rail player, you know?
Yeah.
And the comments I received on that video where, like, I loved them. They were so awesome. Like, people related to the video so much that they wanted to go out of their ways to try and clear endgame. But, like, the next coming months, Star Rail has just become, like, the biggest pile of dog shit. Like, if I were to try making a video like that nowadays, I physically could not do it. Like, I would have to pull extremely smart and, like, man, it's just a disappointment, really.
Yep.
Like, I feel like I can't be that mad, but, like, I can be frustrated, you know? I don't know. I'm not really the best at, like, talking about this stuff, because I feel like it's always, like, I would just sort of, like, yap about it myself, you know, just, like, in my head by my, like, I'll be recording sometimes, I'll be like, man, I hate you, Star Rail. Like,
no, that's fair, honestly. And it's like, that's also, like, that's a big part of why I wanted to do this specifically, is this was also part of the Kevin one, where I was literally just I was talking about is just, this isn't something that we as creators get to really express in any way, shape, or form in most cases. It's not like we can really talk to an audience about it because they don't really care. We can talk to friends about it, but they usually can only understand it so much.
Good point.
It's a rare experience where it's like, you need somebody... You need somebody like us, or we need somebody like you who can actually understand, because we have faced the similar struggle of just having what you do linked so heavily to a different outside entity, and the community around that entity has continuously just been such a massive pain in the ass.
True.
It's like, it gets to just an unreal point. I sent you that video I made that was just called "The Star Rail Community is Awful," because I actually hit my breaking point where I'm like, I'm growing a lot. If this is the price of growing, I don't think I don't want to reasonably do this at this point, because this sucks. This is awful. Yeah, no. I mean, again, it's like, it's one of those things where it's just good. It's good to actually be able to talk about it and get it off your chest, you know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, that's why I was super excited when you reached out about this, you know, because there was a lot going on, especially with me.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if anyone, like, cares all that much, you know, but obviously numbers mean a lot to a creator.
Yes.
And when numbers don't reach, like, a certain threshold, you know, or, like, a certain point, obviously you start to question whether something is right or whether something is wrong. But in all reality, it's none of those things. It's just community interest. It's just the people, man.
Yep.
People not being interested in, like, whether, like, a certain topic. It truly is just as simple as that.
Yeah, no, because it's like, the feeling of you see the number and it's not really what you want, and then if it's happening, like, for not an extended period of time, but, like, longer than you would think, going without, like, a usual hitting video or a higher performing video. I had that happen, like, I think it was actually around the time that I met you, I think.
Really?
I think it was around the time that I met you. I was having probably one of the best months of my life in terms of creation. I was having an amazing amount of views. Like, almost everything was catching fire. I had, like, within the span of a month, I think I had, like, a 20K, a 30K, and like a 60K video, and I'm like, oh damn, okay, pretty cool. And then a little bit after that, I just hit like a massive slump. And I was doing videos that I'm like, oh, this will probably perform, you know, about standard, or like, oh, I think this video will probably perform pretty well. And just everything was kind of in the dumpster, like, to some degree. Like, my views dropped immensely during that time period.
I know exactly what you mean, bro. I did my overbuild thing, like, with my Cypher thing.
Yeah.
Blade, like, that period was my absolute peak era. Like,
yep.
Every video was getting, like, 20K, 30K, sometimes 100K. Like, that was it was insane. And after that, I was like, okay, now I gotta go back to doing, like, you know, because obviously that content I can't do forever. Like,
yeah.
So you go back to doing, like, what was, like, considered normal, because Star Rail's a game where, you know, you want to make cool content.
Yeah.
So you try to make something unique, you can get your voice out there, and it just absolutely blunders. And I was just like, that hit me crazy. Because, you know, after having the best month of your life, you know, talking to sponsors, I mean, you know, probably never gonna, like, talk about that in, like, a video like this, but
yeah,
you know, like, sponsor money, like, having, like, those numbers in, like, the back of your head when you're, like, talking to them and giving them, like, things and, like, kind of disappointing them in a way, and, like, that all hits, bro. Like, it's not just numbers at the end of the day. Like, these are people's livelihoods.
Yes.
And I'm not gonna say that, like, you know, you guys should feel bad for not, like, watching a video or anything, but that's just, like, kind of how it is at, like, the end of the day. I'm like, again, none of you guys should, like, feel some type of way, okay? If someone, like, oh, Coda X got 5,000, no, I don't care, bro. Okay, guys, we're gonna be fine on a 5K video, all right, y'all? We are gonna be all right. And I think, especially nowadays, I've gotten to a point where my lowest low, I don't think I'll ever have a low as low after, like, a low as after that overbuilt endgame series, like, because that was bad. Because after all of that, I was like, I thought my play was to do a face reveal.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you were reading the one server at all, but I did that face reveal because I thought I want to do more face stuff. Like,
yeah,
I think it would be a lot funnier, because I think when you think of a content creator, you think of their face, you think of all the funny moments they have with their face, like, yeah. That's how you build up brand reputation. In my mind, that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
But in the execution of that on my end was, 1, poorly done.
Yep.
2, the video, people just generally weren't interested in the content I was making if I had a face in it. And I think we were, obviously I was talking to another creator about this, and he was saying that it wasn't purely my face, which I think makes sense. You know,
yeah,
obviously there's some level of execution after having, like, such a high level of expectation. When you have, like, a 100K view video that, like, the quality is insane, go down to, like, you having a face and just 2 completely different styles of content. Obviously the YouTube's gonna pick up on that and be like, oh no, they're probably not gonna like this. So I probably should have expected something like a flop, or something, like, go downhill a little bit. But it's just one of those things on YouTube where, you know, disappointment is a little bit of a factor. But I think nowadays everything's pretty good, you know. I feel like lately I make pretty cool videos. I don't think I make enough interesting stuff though. Like, I feel like lately I've been in a cycle where I'll do account reviews, I'll do a pooling video, maybe an endgame video. But besides that, there really isn't anything interesting about Star Rail content as, like, a whole, right? Like, I think I remember doing, like, a feat tier list, and I was like, nah, this is insane.
Remember this. I remember you posted this, and I'm looking at that video like, what was he cooking?
Like, I was just like, I was ready to just do literally anything, bro. Like, I streamed that. I was like, man, this is so peak, bro. I posted it, and it absolutely flopped. Like, the fattest 10 of 10 I've ever seen. And that was so disappointing. Like, I felt some type of way about that, 100%. And then I think I tried, like, I remember having one of my mods make a Would You Rather Star Rail edition.
Yeah.
And that was fun. You know, that was also super fun. But people just aren't interested in unique styles of content. And I hate to say that about the Star Rail community, but maybe it's something where like you have to like build up on, if that makes sense. Like the first few will definitely flop, but maybe that's like a community you kind of build off of, and you kind of just like let that build slowly by making that style of content. But I don't know. I'm not really in a spot where I can do that consistently because, you know,
Yep.
numbers definitely mean a lot, you know, because not to me guys, but you know, to some people who sponsors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's all you have to say.
I can maybe do like 1 or 2 a month, you know, which is what I'm going to try to do, by the way. I'm going to try to do, I want to do more creative stuff. All right. Not just simple account reviews or anything like that. But, you know, I just hope you guys, you know, saying, just give it a little whirl, you know, give it a whirl when it's out, you know, give it a little bit of a whirl.
You see something a bit different, you know, don't be afraid to click. That's all I'm saying. Just be free to click on.
Just a little bit. Just a
Give it a
little
try.
bit.
5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's not too
Yeah.
much. But like you probably watch TikToks for that long anyway. Go watch something.
True.
Go watch something useful. But no,
Yeah.
Honestly, that's interesting that you bring that up specifically, and it's like how that kind of feels as a creator, because I think I've talked about this before with all of you guys, but long before I met any of you, my way of getting into Star Rail was I made a Star Rail video too of me just playing through the opening of the game. That was my first video about Star Rail. It was a challenge from my friend, and I'm like, all right, let's do it. You know, you come chill in VC with me. Let's have fun. And that video did like 3,000 views, and I'm like, oh wow, like back then that's huge.
Yeah.
So back then I'm like, oh, this is amazing. And then it was pretty positive reception. I honestly don't remember most of it nowadays, but I just remember the video did well. It seemed like people were pretty normal, and I'm like, huh, you know, maybe I'll keep going with this. So then I released the part 2, which it didn't perform like nearly as well, but it still did decently. And after that, in the time it had taken me to release both parts of that opening like time playing the game, I had already beaten the entirety of Belobog. And the time it took me to release those videos, and I'm like, you know, maybe I'm overcomplicating this.
Yeah.
So I decided to do Star Rail from there on. But the point I'm getting to is, like, in reality, the type of like the feat tier list, or like the would you rather, that is the type of content I used to consistently make, like for a while. I think I only switched to a more meta-oriented style sometime in... When did Aglaia release?
Oh, that was like...
Was that like...
3.1?
Yeah, Aglaia was 3.0. I'm trying to remember, because Fugue released Christmas Day.
Really?
Yes. I believe Fugue released Christmas Day. Because I did make a video on getting Fugue. But... yeah, so... Probably right after that, so that was probably like January, February. Right around then is when I completely changed my content style entirely to I want to be more of like a discussion-based creator. I want to talk more about just the game instead of doing all these other things that I was doing. Because my biggest videos back then, I made Star Rail dating shows for my friends. I made all of my content. Yeah. Hold on, let me cook. All of my content was focused entirely on interacting with my friends and basically having them experience Star Rail in different ways. So I did a lot of the trailer react videos for people who had never watched them. I showed all the characters to people. I did dating shows where I would make silhouettes of the character. I would make like mini profiles, and I would even include like voice samples. So then these people, like my friends, could figure out like, oh, who's their favorite character, and it's like option A, B, C.
That's too fire, bro.
Dude, it was I actually really liked it. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, so I kept that up for a very long time, then eventually it got to the point where it's just like people stopped being interested in it. And the thing is though with Star Rail is that the interest in all Star Rail content fluctuates an insane amount. So I don't know if maybe it was just a low point in the game, but I saw that the numbers weren't performing and I'm like, you know what? This is not really working for me anymore. At this point, I think maybe it's time to try pushing something different.
Yeah. So
I decided to follow through with that, and I made a video basically talking about the state of Star Rail, where I was like, I'm concerned about Aglaia and Herda. And it was a 15-minute video that I basically ripped from my stream. And it immediately got like 11k views, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's unfortunate, but you're kind of right. It feels like that style of content just doesn't... It feels like it just doesn't do well in these sorts of communities, except in the case of people who are not really like primary creators for one of the games. They can often do that stuff really well. So like if you have somebody who makes videos about a bunch of gacha games, and it's like they'll do a smash or pass for every single gacha game, or they'll do like... I'm trying to think, like, they'll do, like, a hear me out for every single gacha game, or trailer reacts for every single gacha game.
Yeah.
Having something like that, you're not affected by the state of the game as much. And you can still do that type of sillier content without really suffering a negative result as a part of it. Whereas, like, people like you and me, we can't really do that anymore. Like, if we're going to do that, it's, like, reserved for, like, a stream activity.
Yeah.
And
bro, this is crazy. Like,
this
is crazy, bro. Like, you pretty much like I've like felt like the exact same way.
Yeah, no.
Like I don't like kind of expected because like we're both creators, but like that's crazy.
No, we have had very similar. We were even coming up at around the same time. Like we've had very similar careers.
Bro. That's awesome, bro.
It's kind of crazy, like, just understand everything you're saying perfectly.
Yeah, that's sick, bro.
But yeah, and I'm even thinking about, like, somebody like Nim. Nim did a tier list about, I think it was, like, cooking food or something. I've completely forgotten. All I know is that I said Sampo would roofie somebody, and it got censored.
Really?
I did say to censor that. I realized in hindsight how crazy it was that I said that out loud.
Okay, all right.
But,
I mean, it's a little, this a little devious,
peak video though, peak video. But so even Nim, who isn't like as meta-centric as us, Nim just builds characters. That's it. And it's like, yeah, Nim does good stuff, but doing that when your content is focused on like building characters and all that and playing the game, it immediately saw like a lot less views. So it's just a constant reinforcement that there is just not as much of an audience for silly. It just doesn't really exist.
It definitely sucks. I mean, what I'm really excited for is like this whole thing we have in like this Discord, right? I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but you know, like that game show we did, that's how I was super excited to do that because like, you know, that's kind of like the stuff that in the end, like long term, that will give people like the opportunity to really care about like what you're making. And I've kind of also gotten to the point where, I don't know if you know this, but I recently made a second channel.
I did see, yeah.
Purely for like horror games because like I have a subsection of my community in my Discord that will watch like anything I put out, and I am extremely grateful for those people, by the way. I don't know if you guys are watching this, but I really do appreciate you guys, you know what I'm saying, even giving that a watch and giving it the time of day. It's awesome. Like, it's crazy, bro. I didn't know, like, we had like the closest come up like ever, bro. Like, it's awesome.
No, for real. Like, and I even remember like the way I had first even learned about your existence was I was planning to do an HSR GeoGuessr video, and you had already made it, and I'm like, damn it, this bastard! I was literally mid-planning for it, and I decided to check it, and I see, yep, there we go. Motherfucker.
Yep. And that's another thing, bro. It's just like, there is a community of us guys, of us creators that want to make unique content, but, you know, I feel like that kind of subsection is kind of gone. Like, you kind of see it a lot more with like Genshin, right? Like, there's definitely like people over there that like have 100% like done some stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about HSR specifically, and it's like Genshin obviously still has a lot of meta creators, but I don't know. It feels like the silly or unique content just isn't as popular in this specific space, which is really unfortunate. And it's like, if you want to make something unique, it still has to be related to the state of the game, basically. Which,
yeah,
that's what I like to do, at least, because there are still a lot of in-depth topics that I really want to cover. Like, like the video that's gonna be coming out. Well, it's probably already out by the time this is, but it was talking about ranking every mono element team in Star Rail. And I was super excited about that. I had been planning that for so long, and I never got around to it. And it worked out because I waited to do it for so long that I met Kaneki and Catch, who own mono element accounts. Insanely lucky, but yeah, like stuff like topics like that. People will know when they watch the video. I did a video like that over a year ago when I was still not like a super serious meta creator. I did a video that was basically covering what is the best team you can make from every planet in Star Rail. And it was unbelievably fun for me to make. It had like 9K views, which when I was below like 5K, that was like, oh damn, banger video, let's go.
Yeah, that's fire, yeah.
Huge. But yeah, it's like, making stuff like that for me is still enjoyable because I love getting to make bigger scripted stuff when I can. It's just takes a while, and the way I make my content, I need to keep it pretty simple to keep up with demand because I refuse to hire an editor.
You guys don't know, Chris does all this by himself, so you guys should get like the video, maybe. Yeah.
Please like a video. Drop a YouTube.
Chris and Host, he likes me right now. He's like, yeah. This guy said like, yep, I like this guy. Yeah. Chris, put a McDonald's logo on the screen right now. McDonald's logo. Yep, there it is. Oh, now he hates because he actually has to do work. Oh, my bad.
Nah, I gotta do extra work. Nah,
Chris.
Nah. The funny thing was, Catch did this during one of the segments where he's like, "All right, slap this on screen. Slap this on screen. Slap this on screen." And I just tell Catch, "Hey, Catch, I edit these, right?"
Oh my god.
I'm not doing all this.
Yeah, no, it's bad looks for me.
Anyway, honestly, I feel like that's just about covered everything. I feel like we got through, like, how you generally feel about things, how you got here, and then kind of the negativity and all that, and the namesake of the video probably is just the reality of being a content creator and like what parts about it suck for you.
That's tough. That's a tough ass title, Chris.
Right? I'm really excited about this.
The reality of being a Star Rail creator. No, Chris, that's tough.
I'm really excited to make this. I cannot describe how excited I am to make this.
But I feel like I'm very, very blessed with who I have.
Yeah.
And, like, because I think with Kevin, right? I think Kevin kind of leans into it to a point where his community is like, oh, he's trying to rage bait me, so I'm gonna try to rage bait him back. It's like kind of like a back and forth with them.
Yep.
But for me, it's like I'm genuinely trying my absolute hardest. So like, if someone like, I guess it's like not like the right way to put it, but all right, let me stop making this thumbnail. Let me actually think about this for a second. Let me think. I feel like with the people who are on my videos, right? I think for everybody, I think every other creator I've talked to, they've all kind of like told me the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Where the community they despise, like, Kevin deleted a Discord before, people have deleted Discords before.
Yeah.
I'm at a point where I don't really feel that. Like, I'm very blessed with who I have, but this is like more like to the one day. I don't ever want to experience what you guys have.
Yeah.
I'm very blessed to where maybe I just don't get it as much as you guys, but because for you, I'm not explaining this like right whatsoever, but
I mean, work your way through. We'll get there in the end. Work your way through.
Work your way through,
Just start
we'll get
talking.
through.
We'll figure it out.
So I started in Fortnite. I landed in.
Oh God! Oh, we're starting back.
Oh man. Yeah. I don't know. I'll just summarize it as, you know, I'm pretty blessed with who I got.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys like my stuff. For you guys watching now, there's probably one person watching this that's like genuinely interested in what I'm thinking. There's at least one person, guys. One person who made it all the way down to the end of this video. And for you, man, guess what? I'm gonna hit something for you right now. And you cannot leak it in my Discord, okay? You cannot leak it. You cannot leak that, okay? And wait, Chris Fear's gonna see this too. And fuck it, I don't care. All right, I'm gonna hit the nastiest now of all time, okay? I'm gonna hit the nastiest one right now. Just for you viewers, I made it all the way down to the end. Man, Chris in Post is hating me right now. He's like, get this motherfucker off my screen right now. Get him gone. All right.
Yeah.
There you go. For you Coda viewers, I say it all the way to the end. There you go. That's what you get. This motherfucker, Chris, he's hitting the speed face right now. I guarantee it. You hit the speed face right now, aren't you? Like the. I guarantee you're hitting that shit right now, aren't you? Just say you are, man. Just say you are.
I can't even describe what I'm doing right now. What the fuck?
Okay. All right. That might be a good place to, you know, say call it off.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Coda. Well, I have no idea what I just edited, but hey, it was pretty fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this little talk I had with Coda. Thank you so much to Coda for agreeing to do this. And yeah, look forward to my next talk with Kaneki. I will see you guys then. Bye-bye.